Hello friends, this is Shruti Kara, founder CEO of surelyenglish.com, an educator at Urban Pro and Academy too. So this is a video series that's going on in which I'm explaining you the physical appearance of male, females and how to describe the physical features. So in the earlier videos, I have already defined words to describe the build, that is the body shape and the size for males and females, and of course some neutral words too. Now in today's video, I'm gonna describe how to define specifically the physical, aspects of eyes, lips and teeth. Now you must be thinking that defining these physical features is pretty easy. But to be honest with you, it's not that easy. If you dig deep into it, you realize that definitely all of you know that eyes are defined as black, brown, blue, green and grey. But that's not just to the eyes. If actually, as I just said, if you actually start talking about the detail, then how do you define hazel eyes? What is the meaning of hazel eyes? So the first word, hazel eyes, means eyes which are light, very light brown, and they have got a touch of green or golden. They are called as hazel eyes. Second, how do you define eyes which are actually protruding or swelling, maybe due to you were crying or due to any other reason you have got that swelling or that protruding eyes? They are called as bulging eyes. Take a next scenario. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep and in the morning you get up with that red eyes. The white part where it is supposed to be white, it has become red. So those eyes are called as bloodshot eyes. Bloodshot eyes. Similarly, maybe you are tired, maybe you didn't get enough sleep, so you can also use the word heavy eyes. You can say, I have heavy eyes today. Now these are all the words that are actually a little negative. Do we have some positive words as well? So before we touch the positive word, let me take one more negative word, that is sunken eyes. If someone is ill or someone is old, you must have seen that their eyes curve inwards. Their eyes curve inwards. They are called as sunken eyes. Similarly, the eyes which are beautiful, they are bright, they are called as clear eyes. Actually the word is clear eyes, right? And eyes which are big, attractive, but it's the eyes of a person who doesn't have much experience of life, that is called as doe eyes. Doe eyes, because doe is a symbol for innocence. That is the reason they are called as doe eyes. On the other hand, if the eyes are small and unattractive, those eyes in an informal sense, only in an informal sense, they are called as piggy eyes. Piggy eyes. Now you come to know these words. Apart from them, there are few more words like beady eyes. Beady eyes are no doubt small, but they are very bright eyes, small, attractive, and they are bright. That is beady, beady, beady eyes. And similarly, almond shaped eyes are also there. Almond shaped eyes, like they are similar to the shape of the almond. Now let's consider a case where you are partly closing one of your eye or both of your eyes. Maybe you are doing like this. So why you are doing? Maybe you are doing an attempt to see clearly. So this generally happens in reaction to the strong light. So what do you say? Actually use the word squint. squint, squint eyes, right? When you partly close one or both of your eyes in an attempt to see more clearly, that is what you say squint. Now blind, everybody knows, when you can't see from both of your eyes you say blind, and when you are unable to see with one eye you say someone is blind in one eye. And what do I mean by cross-eyed person? The cross-eyed person is a person whose eyes are very close, right? Who is actually, both the eyes are very close and they are slightly looking at the, same, they are quite near. Now, similar to this word, when both of your eyes are looking towards the nose, when both the eyes look towards the nose, what kind of eyes are they? They are boss-eyed. That person is called as boss-eyed. Similarly, a person who is actually avoiding eye contact, he is not doing an eye contact, and you somehow feel that he is a dishonest person. So the eyes of that person are called as shifty eyes. Shifty eyes. Now, we sometimes get a little swelling on the upper eyelid. In Hindi we called it bilni. We sometimes get that due to bacterial infection, right? So what do you call that? That is called as stye. S-T-Y-E. That is called as stye. Now, you learned a lot of terms about the eyes, right? And they are very important words. Clear, bright eyes, even hooded eyes are there. Hooded eyes are like, the eyes that have large eyelids and that partly cover them. They are called as hooded eyes. Now, if I talk about lips, so there are not much words about the lips. But if you say hair lip or cleft lip, what do I mean by cleft lip? You must have seen, babies, newborns who has got a congenital split. This part is usually split. They have got a cut here. So that is called as a cleft lip. That is a congenital split either on one or both the sides of the lip. That is actually called as a cleft lip. And the other word is chapped lips. Obviously, when the lips are dry, they are sore, either due to weather conditions or maybe, some other factors are also there, like if you have a habit of licking your lips or biting your lips, that obviously acts as a contributing factor in your chapped lips. Now, coming to the teeth, how do you describe someone's teeth? See, these are the front teeth. They are called as the front teeth. But if someone has a teeth that is, just overcoming, that is over the upper lip, that is called as a buck teeth. B-U-C-K, buck teeth. And similarly, if, someone is having an artificial denture either for one of the jaw or both the jaws, so in that case it is called as false teeth. You say it's a false teeth, or the person is having false teeth. Now, you must have heard the term wisdom tooth. What about wisdom tooth? Actually, this is the third molar, and it comes out in a very unusual way because it never gets a place to grow or develop normally. That is also their wisdom tooth. And what is the meaning of the line when you say, my teeth are chattering? Like this, my teeth are chattering. So, teeth usually chatter either because of cold or either you are frightened. That is the reason you say my teeth are chattering. Now, enough of words for the eyes, lips and teeth. Now, for the bonus tip, let me tell you certain idioms that will actually help you to speak in a sophisticated manner. Now, you must have heard the famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi, an eye for an eye makes the world blind, makes the whole world go blind. So that is, quote means, And where this quote is coming, let me tell you. Actually, the idiom is an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So in earlier times, there used to be a system of justice, where if someone has done something to hurt someone else, so that person gets the same punishment in the same way which he has used to hurt the other person. So in modern times, you give the punishment, this, it's a form of punishment or revenge, exactly in the same way as that person has done with you. So that is why respected Mahatma Gandhi has said that an eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. Next, imagine a situation when you have been asked to clean the utensils in the kitchen during this lockdown period. I'm actually absolutely certain that everyone is going through this process of cleaning the utensils twice or thrice in a day. And when you do your teeth like this, so what do you call? Actually, you're gritting your teeth, making one's teeth grit. So that means when you grit your teeth like this, either because of anger or stress, or maybe due to determination as well, that is, you say gritting one's teeth. So I grit one's teeth when someone asked me to do cleanup after the party. That is what is the meaning of gritting one's teeth. When you do like this, that's a very sad and kind of embarrassing feeling, or maybe a rather uncomfortable situation. So in that situation you do gritting. But sometimes, even when you are fully determined, you are after somebody, after some task that you are definitely going to do it, then also you use this expression, right? So those are the expression to define the eyes, the lips and the teeth. I hope that you all have learned definitely some new words in this video. So if you really like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. This is Shruti Kaura signing off, and I'll definitely come again with more such informative videos. Thank you for the time being.